everybody. This is Jeff Veale, the business guru, coming to you from downtown Manila at approximately 9:30 in the morning. My guest is on the other side of the world. He's in Canada, and for him it's about 6 p.m. So my guest today is a gentleman by the name of Nigel Harmon. And Nigel's a very interesting guy and got some very good stuff for some of you guys who are getting a bit older like me who want to leave your business. Innovation and Growth Director. And company name is Focus Systems. It's all about automation and AI. And if you're not about automation and AI, guys, you're being left behind. It's like you're like a horse and buggy while your competitors have got a Ferrari, right? It's been in the industry for quite a long time now. Brief description, they help businesses to build a done-for-you system and AI data tracking, key achievements or projects, exit readiness for businesses doing $5 million a year. So, guys, if you want to get out, you've been doing this for a long time, Nigel's the man you want to talk to, and he'll show you how to get top dollar for your business and get out. Personal philosophy, it's hard for me to do. Stay focused. I don't practice that, guys. I should, but I don't. Right? I just like eating an apple. Is keep taking.
Just my motto.
Yeah, that's the one. Interesting fact about himself: he's a fifth degree black belt. So if you don't pay your bill, he'll probably come and bash you up. His contact information, guys, I'm going to promote that all across all the different social media channels. And if you want to be famous, just like we're going to make Nigel, feel free to reach out, guys. Every man and woman's got a story. Nobody I know has ever done it easy, right? So reach out, guys, and tell the world your story. But it's my great pleasure to welcome to the stage today, Nigel. How are you today, Nigel?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for your time here, Jeff.
No trouble at all. I've just got to find my special sheet here. Let me get myself organised. I'm flipping it over right now as we speak. Let's get the show underway. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career path. How did it all begin?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Really quick, your screen went all black. I'm not sure if that was part of it.
You're still here. I don't know where I am either, but you're still here.
Okay, sorry. So a little bit about me. So I used to be a martial arts head time instructor, and so what I wanted to do though is I wanted to own a business that I was able to travel and have the location and time freedom with, and I realized martial arts wouldn't really cut it out, and so I decided to look in the online world, and I wanted to I started running a digital marketing agency, and I actually was able to scale it pretty quickly because that was just kind of my world, and I knew a lot of connections. And long story short, I ended up signing one of the largest martial art franchises in the world, awesome. By 𝐰𝐢𝐧𝐿𝐴 in the first couple months of starting my business. But I was very, very inexperienced, and they were very seasoned, right? So they were, they were in business owners for a long period of time now, and it was actually start of 2020, and the whole world shut down, and these guys were like sharks in the sense of like they were grilling me on my numbers, and these are just things that I didn't know, and it was actually very intimidating talking to these guys because they just went by the data, right? And at the time, like in high school, I actually failed math. I was not a data-driven person at all. Like I was the complete opposite. I was not a numbers person, and so it was very evident. And so, long story short, they ended up churning, right? And that was one of the most painful mistakes or painful lessons of my entire career.
Sure.
And it made me realize the importance of numbers and data and systems more than anything, right? And I realized that when I was scaling the company, everything that I did was like I was wearing all the hats, right? I was the chief everything officer starting out.
Let me stop you there. I tell people this, but I'm telling you guys out there, you're going to build a house, guys. You've got to have a foundation guy, a carpenter, a plumber, an electrician, a painter, a cabinet maker, a landscaper. 18 people to build a house. And Nigel will tell you, some of you silly people out there trying to build a business by yourself, it does not make a lot of sense. Anyway, back to the show, Nigel, about wearing all those hats.
Absolutely. And so that made me realize that I can't be doing everything myself, for one, and that I do have some strengths and weaknesses, and I needed to find my counterparts. Right. So what I realized is Monday to Friday, when I was running the agency at the day to day, I was doing the marketing, the sales, the content, all that stuff.
Yeah,
And
I
I was
get it.
like just very anxious. And I'm not an anxious person, naturally, but I was super anxious. Every time my phone would vibrate, I'm like, someone's complaining. I just like put it off. I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. And I realized I was just like, this is not why I signed up.
Yeah,
And on the weekends, I would have like my peaceful time. I would be like in my corner doing my own thing, and I'd be
your
building
zone.
systems. I'm like, oh, I love this. I love building systems. I'm like, I love just seeing how things connect and automating things. And it dawned on me that, hey, every business needs systems,
Absolutely.
right?
Just like McDonald's.
And exactly. They're the best franchisee example, right? With
In the world.
McDonald's,
That's right.
right? And so
15-year-old kids that the mother can't get to clean their bedroom, they're running $1 billion business. Yeah,
exactly, right?
because of systems.
And I love the systems behind it, and yeah. And so what I realized is that the um I read this book that called The E-Myth by Michael Gerber,
Yeah, there's a few of those.
and he
Yeah,
said this,
Emmett's revisited. Yep.
yeah, the E-Myth Revisited. Yeah, he said this one line that really spoke to me. He said essentially in the book that all businesses are run by systems, and all systems are run by people.
Yep.
And it made me think about when I had those clients that churned, and I was like, maybe the reason why they churned was because the
Nigel,
systems that I was
tell us
reporting on
what is
was
churn.
not
For
good.
those who don't know, Nigel, it's buzz talk. What is churn?
Yeah. Churn is the amount of clients that leave every single month from your business.
Yeah.
So if you have 10 clients is at the start of the month, and then by the end of the month, 8 of them remain, that means you have a 20% churn. 2
Yeah.
out of 10 left,
Yes.
right?
Which
So
is pretty average,
why they
Nigel. If you can do that, you're doing pretty okay. Because no matter what you do,
yeah.
sometimes people are never happy. So you just got to keep trying.
Yeah, exactly. But I realized they churned because the data was all, I didn't have any.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, like, what if I can build a system that's so easy to understand that someone like me, that's not
Yeah.
naturally a numbers person, that's not good at data, can have a way to report on data. Because if I can do it, then that means literally anyone can, right? And so
Lovely.
that kind of became my objective. Is like I really want to start this building the system to make data simple and easy. And so that's what we started doing. We started building this machine that allowed you to see what numbers you need to track in order to
Yep.
grow, in order to scale, and then what levers you can pull that will unlock the most amount of growth in your current season of your business. And then what we did, once we had all these different data departments set up and the
Matrix, yeah.
numbers are reliable or accurate, right? Everything's running smoothly. Then we actually feed it into the AI agent. And so now we're building an AI agent that knows the in and outs of your business completely and essentially knows your business better than you because it's being fed all of this data,
Yep.
right? And from there, it's really endless, the things that you could do with this AI agent. It can help summarize your numbers. It can help forecast your results and forecast future projections. It can identify constraints in your business. It can show you exit readiness, and it
Like
can
having
also see who your
like
top team members
like
are.
having an army for the price of a soldier, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us what's
And
been the most
so
challenging aspect of your work and how have you overcome that, Nigel?
the hardest thing is actually getting the data accurate.
Yep.
Right? Because there's so many instances where one number is off or something, there's incongruencies within the data.
Sure.
So luckily for me, I have a partner that is a very complete opposite brain as me,
Yep.
and he's very
Perfect.
good at the data systems. He helps with coding, and so we build systems that can identify where there's discrepancies, right?
Yep.
And where it can also make sure that the systems are running smoothly. So that's a big thing is data inaccuracy or not tracking at all or not tracking
Yeah,
enough,
yeah,
and then also paralysis by analysis, which is why we have AI summarize everything for
yeah.
our clients.
I get people, Nigel. I say to them, "How many sales do you make?" And they go, "Oh, I get 8 out of 10." I go, "Really? Do you? Show me." When we go through their figures, it's more like 3 out of 10. They think it's 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
So tracking your data is ever so important. Tell us an important moment in your career that changed your direction. What sent you down this track?
Yeah.
What was the pivotal moment?
It was finding the right partners, right? So for me, we built that whole data product, right? And I just saw it as I saw a huge gap in the market where, people are looking to, number one, looking to exit their business.
Yes, after so many
But
years. Yep,
and then also there's investors that are looking for companies to invest in, but they have to do a lot of pre-due diligence. They have to go into the business,
absolutely.
see if the numbers are accurate. They have to make sure everything makes sense, ROI positive, all these different metrics. And I just saw a huge gap because most companies that want to sell in the future are not ready at all.
That's right.
And most investors that are looking into that have a hard time finding all the metrics that they're looking for. And so I saw the gap and I saw, okay,
Marry
I
them up.
think my product can actually solve it, right? Yeah. And so that's what we do. We've been looking to fill that gap there is where we help companies get to that level of pre-due diligence. So it's easy to access for investors and they can make quick decisions if this is actually a company they want to invest in.
Nigel, you're obviously very good at what you do. How do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field? What's your secret there?
Uh, how I stay motivated is just family, my why,
Yep.
and just and AI. To be honest,
And a vision.
that's how I stay
And you got a vision, right?
100%. Right? Yeah, I've always wanted to grow and sell a business, so it's kind of cool. I've never actually done that, but I have partners that have all my partners have done it, right? So
Yes.
I'm actually like the youngest out of the group, and
Yeah.
it's pretty amazing. But that's what keeps me hungry, and keeps me motivated. Just seeing like there's so much to learn that I still haven't experienced, and if I
Absolutely.
could just like get into the room and be fly on the wall in a sense and add some value to some modern innovation to like these big companies, then I could essentially get in that circle, and
Yeah.
that's what I've done.
AI, guys, probably, I'd imagine, this is my guess, not your thoughts, Nigel. I think only a maximum 10% of people are using AI effectively, right? And a lot of people are
Yes,
not using it at all.
keyword effectively.
Yeah,
Yes,
effectively,
yes, yes,
absolutely.
exactly.
Right? It's a
Yeah, yeah,
key,
yeah, yeah.
I'm learning with AI every day. I ask AI what I'm doing wrong. It tells me. So even AI will
Yes,
even correct you guys if you know what you're doing.
yes,
Tell us about a
exactly.
recent project or achievement, Nigel, you're particularly proud of.
Um, well, let's stay on the AI trend, because the AI is something that we've been super excited about building. So,
Yeah.
imagine this. Imagine that you had all your top mentors, your top gurus coaching you in their respective expertise in your business.
Yes.
So for me, I
I love
have
it.
I have Arnold Schwarzenegger as my my weight
I
training
love it.
coach.
I'll try that one.
I have I have Russell Brunson in my corner as my marketing director. I have
I have Gary
Tony
V.
Robbins.
I'm Gary V, by the way. Gary
You
V
got Gary Vee.
and Dan
There you
Kennedy.
go.
Gary V,
I
Dan
got Dan
Kennedy.
Kennedy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Gary Halbert.
And in my yeah, 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 yeah. Who
Very
I
nice.
had Seth Godin as well.
I love it.
Um,
Imagine all
and
these
in
guys
my sales,
on your board, guys. All these guys are on your board for free, right? You get
exactly,
you get
exactly,
there's
exactly.
over 1,000 years worth of knowledge combined there, and it's all totally free,
Right.
guys. If you know how to utilize it, it's really awesome
Yes,
what you're doing
exactly.
there.
Exactly. And so that's why like that's just one department, right? And so what
Yeah.
we do is we feed all the AI into that, and then it can actually like interpret all the types of marketing that these gurus are going to be teaching, and their methodology, and they can recommend, strategies for you
Huh?
for your current season of business. And this, it all kind of falls on the data though. If your data is inaccurate and unreliable, then none of this matters, right? If 1 + 1 = 3, the equation's already messed up, right?
Yes.
So we want to make sure, that everything, the data is actually correct. But once that's all set up and we feed into AI, man, the amount of possibilities is really endless. It's
Yeah, it
amazing.
blows your mind. Blows your mind.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
recently,
absolutely.
you'll love this one. I put my blood test in recently from a recent blood test, and it told me 5 times more than what the bloody doctor told me. It was bloody awesome. The doctor just told me, "Oh,
That's
you're
that's
okay,"
insane.
and yet ChatGPT told me I wasn't okay and what to do about it. So, which
Yes,
I thought was pretty cool.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Um, Tell me, um, looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations for the future?
To eventually sell my business in the next, I'd say, 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
I really just want to grow it and scale it and have it to a place where it's semi-automatic, where it doesn't rely on me heavily.
Yes.
But to go through that process of actually exiting and selling, I think
Uh-huh.
is like the coolest thing ever. So something that's definitely on my mind.
Okay. Tell our listeners and people watching out to this podcast today, tell us what's the best way to reach out to you and find out more about what you do. I'd love to know more.
For sure. I'm on LinkedIn and Facebook, so you can just hit me up there. Just
Yep.
Nigel Harmon, just DM me. Yeah, and we also have a few free things going on right now.
Awesome.
If anyone's interested, just some free trainings on how we set up these dashboards, AI stuff like that. So,
So you're up for a virtual
yeah,
cup of coffee anytime. People can reach out to you and have a chat.
absolutely. Hit me up and let's chat.
But there's the offer, guys. If you're thinking about exit, you might want to exit next month. You might want to exit in 5 years' time, depending on. And Nigel can guide you. He's got lots of experience. He's got a whole team on board that can help you with all that. Costs you nothing, guys. Repeat those words. Nothing to have a virtual cup of coffee, and put you in the right track and put you in the right frame of mind. And Nigel's probably even got a checklist to tell you how to get exit ready. And all these things will help you. So reach out, have a chat to him. Not going to hurt you. Before we wrap it up, Nigel, tell us a fun fact about yourself that most people don't know.
Fun fact. I was a two-time national champion. I guess that's a fun fact for Taekwondo. So I got
There
to
you go, guys.
compete
Make sure you
in
pay your bills. We
nationals.
can come and knock on your door.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, another fun fact is this. My camera's been going on and off during the taking of this show, but nothing's meant to be,
Yeah.
guys. So the idea is, guys, continue. Nigel's still there, and that's what we're here. We're not here for me. We're here for Nigel, and I'm trying my very best to come back in to say goodbye to you guys. But it's not wanting to play ball. But that's okay. Nigel, you've been an awesome guest today, my friend, and it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. What's going to happen? My team will put all this together for you now. Not a problem.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for your time here, Jeff.